Hi guys, I don't usually do this. I don't do this often. The last time I did something like this, I believe, was for Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. But just wanted to do a short rant video because yesterday I bought Luigi's Mansion 3 and I was really excited to get started and playing it, especially with my son. My oldest really likes Mario games, is a big fan of Luigi, so he couldn't wait to look at it. Looks really fun. Played it for about an hour, but it's has something in it that I can't realize or explain why in 2019 it's not an option. And I want to explain why it's a huge issue for about 10% of gamers, and that's inverted controls. Luigi's Mansion 3, for some reason, doesn't allow you to invert Y. And that basically makes the game unplayable for me and for a lot of people, actually. There's a lot of us, believe it or not, and it's not the majority, and that's really why I think this goes on. And it's frustrating because, like I said, I can't play Luigi's Mansion 3. I would have to fight the controls for a long amount of time for me to be able to finally. And even then, at the end of the game, I would still make simple mistakes, and it's frustrating because most of you won't understand why. But I'm just going to try to explain this, and this is how my brain is wired, and how some are wired, and it's not necessarily right or wrong reason. It's just that most people have a different way of thinking, and that's fine. But for me, let's say you put your hand on your head and you push back, you go up. And if you pull in the front, you look down. And that's how my brain is wired. And that's how I play video games. And I think it would be possible with some intense training to rewire it. But it's just ridiculous that in 2019, Nintendo just, or whoever made this game, cannot add a simple option or a simple line of code in the game. I think it would take like 2 minutes for people like me, and I think Jared is like that too, who cannot play a game without inverted controls. It's ridiculous. It's simple. It's 2019. Every game has it. Dragon Quest 11 has that option. I'm playing a game right now called Little Town Hero by Game Freak, and the game is by default has inverted controls. So I don't understand, especially since this is one of Nintendo's biggest game of the year, biggest release of the year, that they can't even have this option. And I want to end this on one last question, and that's for those that don't play with inverted controls, which will be the majority of people watching this video. As I said, only about 10% of gamers play with inverted controls. I'm gonna ask you this: what if a game came out, a first-person shooter, or a game like Luigi's Mansion came out, and it only featured inverted controls, did not give you the option to switch to regular controls, if you will? How would you feel? That's all I'm asking. How would you feel if you could not switch to regular controls? Because that's the situation I'm in right now with Luigi's Mansion 3, and it's just unexcusable.